Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I just recorded a video for you guys, but I couldn't use the intro footage. And instead of trying to recreate the setup that I had, I'm just going to do my intro right here. You're about to watch me make craft rope out of batik strips. But when it starts, it's just going to go right to the strips and right to me starting. I did also want to mention that I did mention in the video that the strips that you're going to see that I put aside for someone is on eBay right now, and the link is in the description box down below. I just assume people know that, but people find ways and say, where do I find that? It's in the description box. Always check description boxes if you have questions, because most creators put the info you need in there. I also mentioned an old video on my craft channel, and the link is down below to that also if you want to go check out that video from 2014. And that's it. I'm just going to jump right in now with showing you the batik strips, and the exact lot that you're seeing before your eyeballs is what's going to be on eBay. So I hope you enjoy this very simple rope making craft. I am going to show you how to turn these into a nice rope like this. A nice craft rope. What do you do with craft rope, you ask? You can wrap these. People make beautiful rope bowls. You can look that up on YouTube. Just look up like rope bowls, and it doesn't have to necessarily be rope that you make, but you'll see different things you can make. Or something really easy, you can take a metal can or a glass jar and just hot glue, wrap the cord around it and hot glue, and it makes, a crafty looking container for your pencils or whatever you want. It takes just 10 strips like this to make about 30 inches of this rope, depending on how tight or how loose you twist it. This here is 30 strips, so this can make 2.5 yards of rope. And I will have this little lot on eBay starting at a penny with free shipping. So you can go bid on that if you want to give it a try. The shipping is not free if you're outside the US, but you are still welcome to bid. Why I like batik? Well, I like all. You can use any fabric for this, but the batik, I don't know, it's just a clean kind of look. I shouldn't say that. I like the cotton too. I'll show you a sample in a minute. And I used just one color to make this one. It was this color. I used just this. Normally I use strips about no longer than, maybe 18 inches or half the width of fabric. So maybe up to 22 inches. Then you don't have as much joining to do. But I happen to have all these little scraps, so I'm using these. What is good about this length, about 9, 10 inches, 12 inches, you don't get your fabric tangled up. Let me just show you some cotton ones that I've made, multiple colors. And the width of your fabric scrap determines the width of the cord. These are a little bit wide, so the cord is like this, and it's always a little bit thicker when you join. But here's some nice narrow cord made with multiple colors. And here's some other examples. It's just really fun to make. It's quite addictive. And it's something that you end up being able to just do while watching TV. I do a lot of it while watching TV. I'm always trying to work somehow. Here's how we start. You're going to take 2 pieces. Well, I don't want to use out of this because that's for somebody else. I'm going to just do a few just to show you how to get started. And you know what? I actually have a video like this on my old craft channel that I no longer upload to. Back in 2014, it was actually the very first video that I ever put on that channel, and I was still using a laptop that I would hang above me, over a box, over my head. And that was my microphone and my camera, and that's how I used to record, so you'll notice the sound is quite different. What you're going to do is you're just going to take 2 strips and tie a knot. And you can decide to do 2 strips the same color, or you can make them different colors. I'm going to go with different colors. And then what you want to do is, because we don't want to join in the same spot, is you need to cut one about halfway shorter. Right here. Like that. So this way we won't be joining the 2 strips at the same time. Here's the magic. You hold it in one hand. You twist away from you. You take one strip and you can do one or maybe two little twists. Pull to the front and hold. Twist away from you. Pull to the front and hold. Twist away from you. Pull to the front and hold. It's all you do. Twist away from you. Pull to the front and hold. Twist away from you. So let me get to the end of the short piece and then I'll show you how I join. And I'll also talk while doing this because I'll let you know that some people will join their strips by putting a little dab of hot glue so it just sticks together. And then they just continue twisting. So it's not so bunched up, and some people have just a harder time holding the end. Let's see, what color do I want to join? All right, I didn't do this guy, so let's add him. And batik, there's print on both sides, which is super cool. And but even if you use regular cotton, it doesn't matter. You just twist it and it all looks nice. So I'm going to just take this piece and I'm putting it behind this piece. And I kind of just twist it by itself just a little bit. And then I twist away from me and put in front. And that's all. You just keep going. Twist away from you, put in front. Twist away from you, put in front. Away from you, put in front. And you'll get the hang of how much twisting you like to do. A really tight twist sometimes can make the cord that you're creating also twist. And you don't want it too loose because then it could fall apart, it could pull apart. And when you're beginning, you might want to overlap, at least a good 1.5 inches. Oh, but yeah, so like I said, some people will just put some hot glue, like maybe, overlapping about 1 inch and just a drop of hot glue, and then they like that method. I've never tried it. I did try regular glue, but that doesn't hold. So after you do this a little bit, you look at your rope, and there it is. Look at how cool it is. And if you have little ends like this that stick out, you can just take the scissors and trim that if you want. I think they're kind of cute, but you can trim them. So let me just continue for a little bit, and then I'll show you how to finish this. All right, when you get to the very end, what am I doing here? Away from me to the front. I like to go right till the tip, and then I'm going to, and if you ever want to stop, the phone rings or whatever, always have a clothespin handy and just pin that, and then it'll just stay, and it'll be ready for you when you come back. Let me just trim this, so get that out of the way. And then I start like way over here to make a knot, but then as soon as I get that little tip through, I push the knot up to the end like that. So you have a nice little cord, see? That's very tiny, too tiny for a bracelet, but the kids will like doing it. And you can make necklaces like that too. Do go check out this penny auction. You can win all these scraps that you see right here and make yourself a 2.5 yard piece of rope. How exciting is that? Thank you so much for watching. Bye!